So this chapter was nearly entirely based on Exodia, the left arm of Exodia. No, seriously, this chapter of Bleach had me like, what the blue fuck is going on? So like, majority of it is focusing on the revelation that this is actually the left arm of the Soul King, and it just really starts bringing up questions like, okay, this entire time Yhwach has had the left arm of the Soul King at his disposal. Why does he have him just as one of the, Stern Ritter? It's not like, he's looking at it as it's not even that strong, and he's just like, oh, he's one of my elites, but it's not something that like he's gonna have right next to him. And even Mayuri says in this chapter, why is he looking at it like it's inferior or something along the lines of that? So maybe at some given point in the past, the only thing I could think of is that when the Soul King was going away or something along the lines of that, he gave everyone maybe a gift. Maybe he gave him the left arm of himself or whatnot, and he was like, use it well, but at the same time, maybe he depowered it because he knew at the end of the day, Yhwach was like a crazy motherfucker, and that's how he has it, and that's why Yhwach looks at it as like, yeah, it'll be one of my guards, but it's not going to be something that like I have right next to me, because you would think, the left arm of the Soul King, I want that shit right next to me at all given times at my disposal, but yeah, the way this was is just kind of like has me a little bit confused, and like throughout the chapter, Mayuri is just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this specimen and whatever. So again, it was just like a really weird chapter. I mean, you have Kenpachi basically not being able to do jack shit, and a lot of commentary from Mikaku was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, can Mayuri really take out one of the pieces of Exodia? I mean, the Soul King is really one of the things that was going through my mind throughout the entirety of this chapter. And another thing is, if this is from the Soul King, then why would it obey Yhwach and all of his evil deeds unless it's not really from the Soul King? Maybe it could be a replica. Maybe at some given point in the past, Yhwach tried to duplicate the Soul King and he failed, but he still kept one of the pieces. It's really a lot of questions that, will come to your mind. I mean, when Ukitake had the right arm inside of him, it was like, incredibly powerful and it was doing this, that, and the third, but it could be that maybe the Soul King's left arm was really weak as well. It wasn't that strong, so they basically like, he was like, whatever, so he doesn't really need it. Again, a lot of this chapter was just puzzling, like, why would he be just one of the Stern Ritter? And he's been around this entire time, so that'll also bring further questioning. And honestly, it was a setup, again, kind of intriguing, but at the same time, it was just really weird. It's just, honestly, they're fighting a fucking hand, an arm with, like, those same type of eyes that Yhwach has, either that or it's moving really, really fast, but yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this other than it was weird. Mayuri being 110% himself, aka a motherfucking creep about it, and just a lot of questions. Why does Yhwach have this? Why is he acting like if it's not that big of a deal, like if it's just, low class? Even Mayuri had to point that out. And why would he have that to begin with? Again, like, how would he have his father's arm? But yeah, honestly, it was like a fine chapter. Hopefully we get a little bit more of a further explanation about this. And it's funny because in the last chapter review, I think, I said, yeah, I want some type of backstory on what this villain's gonna be or whatever. And we got a little bit into it, but now it just brings up further questioning. So let's get more clarification on this motherfucking arm. So yeah, quick review. Let me know what you guys think about this. Why does, all the questions that I had about this one, the arm and whatnot. And did you find it a little freaky? I don't know, it was fucking weird. And your overall thoughts of the chapter, did you have the same type of weird boner that Mayuri had? But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.